Anna, you are driving the innovation at PepsiCo and supporting the plants in deploying the right solution to the relevant business goals. And the questions I wanted to ask you is what is your approach when you're thinking about working with tech startups? What are some of the challenges and advantages compared to working with the big players and with more mature companies? And I would add on top of that the question of your accommodation to other people in your journey.
Thank you. Thanks, Leon. So, I mean, everybody on the panel comes from a big company, so you can all relate to the challenges. Obviously, it's very different bringing together a small startup and a giant like PepsiCo. And this is why we founded PepsiCo Labs, really to bridge between those cutting-edge startup solutions and PepsiCo as a company. And we really didn't have a choice. Startups are driving the pace of innovation. To be innovative, to be really out there, and to develop as a company, we need to be very good at working with startups. And we actually took some of those challenges as we were building the PepsiCo Labs model and build that into our operational model, right? And I can give you a few examples. How to be agile and fast in running those pilots. We all know corporate processes take a long time. Corporate projects can take years, right? Big company implementation is very, very long and expensive, which is the opposite of how you want to work with startups. With startups, you want to try as much as you can. You want to fail quickly and move on quickly. And this is something that you need to build into a process because the inherent corporate processes are not designed for this. I guess another thing I can highlight is how do you identify the right solution? There are many startups out there, many amazing technologies, but many of them are very early stage. So they won't necessarily have the traction and the experience. So how do you tap into the global ecosystem of startups, and how do you make sure that you have access to the best of the best, right? You're not wasting time on startups that will not succeed eventually or will not be able to deliver eventually. And I guess the most important one, at least in my eyes, is how do you build the partnership? Because it's not a regular vendor-customer relationship, right? It's not you issue a PO, you come back in 6 months and you have a working solution. You really need to hold hands with those early stage solutions, even if they're a bit more mature, right? Even if the startup is already at A or B and has something that's working, but it's not a plug and play. So you need to build that relationship and change the mindset of the people, of the business people partnering with the startup. And then if I continue to the recommendations, which I think I'll repeat something that you've already heard, right, from Gofna and Eugenio. The first one is focus, right? Focus on the right business needs, focus on the right business teams, stay close to the problem, and partner with the people who will be executing the solution. Because it's very easy to stay in your corporate ivory tower and not know how this is going to be implemented. And this is how it's very easy to fail. The second one, again, relationship. It's all about people. So you need to build that partnership and relationship internally, top down from the executive level, and bottom up from the engineer that will actually implement the pilot and the solution in the manufacturing plant, but also with the startup, right? So we call it kind of a bit corny, but one team, one dream. So if you bring everybody together, internal and external, and you create an alignment of incentives, this is how you will work. Because if everybody is running to different directions, and we all know each function has its own KPIs, deliverables, kind of goals, it doesn't work. So you need to bring everybody together to feel like it's one team. If the failure is everybody's failure and the success is everybody's success, and we all celebrate that together. And the last one, again, on kind of agility and speed. How do you cut through the corporate red tape, which we all know we have a lot, right? An NDA process can take 2 weeks. A security assessment process can take months. IT, legal, you just name it. We just have so many processes. And what we've built into our PepsiCo Labs process is a fast track solution for everything. Because you don't treat a startup that you're only doing something small scale with in the same way you would treat a Microsoft, SAP, Salesforce that will integrate into every system and will have access to everything and is able to influence or harm potentially your business, right? If I'm giving you a flat file with historical data that has no meaning, there's no reason, or it has no, I guess, impact on the business, there's no reason to go through the full-blown InfoSec process just to do a small POC. So I think this is it, right? I would summarize in focus, partnership, relationship, and speed and agility.